John, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So LCRA is a huge enterprise,
Yes.
financially and footprint and responsibilities, and you do a yeoman's job.
Thank
To
you.
be clear. So the way I kind of looked at this coming into this after the flood was we kind of have a triage, intermediate, and long term. Everybody thinks, I think, and you can answer this as the question, sirens are triage, immediate right now. And I guess the question for you, y'all have sirens, correct?
We do not have
You do
sirens.
not have sirens. Okay. Maybe there isn't an expert in sirens here, but you do have a network of gauges and mesonet systems that is extensive. So in that regard, is there going to be a possible path forward here fairly quickly that we can effectively engage short-term, knowing intermediate and long-term, we'll have them all connected and coordinated? First question. Second question, I know in my area that there has to be a panel somewhere in Lubbock that has all of these connected, and the EMC guy just hits the button and they go off and test.
Right.
So is Kirk County, a county of 53,000 folks and stuff, are going to actually build out and manage and operate a system like this? Do they have the expertise or sophistication, or can they be trained to do that?
I think they can be trained to do it. I think you're initially going to have contracting entities to be able to come in and provide that type of construction activity, because there is some specialization, particularly with respect to locating gauges and how you locate gauges. And the gauges are key for any type of notification system that would be connected to it.
Right. And that technology, as far as connecting through Bluetooth,
Yes.
et cetera, exists today.
And gauge locations would be different. For example, like with our system is set up to operationalize the lakes, and it's fundamentally focused on how you find information that's going to drive floodgate operations
Right.
at our 6
Right.
dams. It's probably a different perspective if you're looking to locate a gauge to orient a siren that's for public safety warning purposes.
Right.
Now, we have the benefit of having had a system in place for a really long time, so all of our officials and our local emergency managers are keyed towards looking at those gauges, even though they were located for operational
Yeah.
purposes.
And you actually have the portal, if you will, where folks can dial in and see
Yes.
real time what's going on.
The interface.
Kind of in this conversation, SB1 will set up the mesonet guys and the modeler guys and all that, and they're going to be a work group. They came and volunteered what they can do, and we're fixing to put them to work yesterday. I think it's going to be critical, and I'm not sure we included a expert, if you will, at your level in that mix. They all understand the gauges, and they understand
Sure.
the connectivity, and they understand the data loads and things, but we may incorporate you, and I know they can go out there and pick people in this expertise when we start talking about these triggers. So
we have a lot of experience with respect to locating these things in the paradigm that we use them, and particularly with respect to locating gauges.
Okay.
and setting up the gauges.
So but to be clear, you have your watershed,
Yes.
and the other river authorities have their watershed, and then there's some watersheds that really don't have a river authority. So
Correct.
And it is watershed based to stay consistent with the flood plan we put out.
Now, we do have some
future.
local entities up in the watershed that have begun to locate some sirens. I know we have one, I think, in Llano, and I think there was another one after the 2018 floods maybe put in place
Okay.
in Junction.
Well, I
And
guess
Brown-
to sum it all up, I want to make sure that we do it as soon as we can, but I also want to do it with the vision of this may be temporary, not temporarily like pull them back out and start over, but whatever we do today will bleed into a more coordinated approach that may take longer than
I think your comment earlier was spot on with respect to one of the key limitations that you may have is supply chain related.
I think you're right. That's what I've been told anyway. All right. Thank